First and foremost, I do not want you to think that in any way, shape, or form I am complaining or anything of that sort, because this is going to be one of those raw videos of me letting out what's going on in my life personally, right? And I definitely want to provide value to you, learn from me, grow with me, and learn with me, either with me or from me, right? So it takes about 70 out of the 80 hours that I work hard, that is hard in the sense of it's a hard 40 hours that I can work, right? My main job, it only allows for me to work 40 hours, no overtime. So I get paid bi-weekly, and it takes 70 of those 80 hours just for rent. Now, I'm not proud of it. I know that I've mismanaged my money in the past. Now I've made a budget, learning how to go over my bills and tell my money what to do, how to work for itself or work for me, right? And I just learned that my bills have bills. I have a lot of debt. Not proud of it. Definitely stay away from debt if you can. Stay away from credit cards if you don't know so already. And it's not easy, but it can be done, and I'm doing it. So just thinking, and what drive me to make this video is like, okay, that's tough. I understand why I'm having to work so much, and I'm going to talk about my lifestyle. That doesn't help at all. But just thinking that 70 out of my 80 hours are already accounted for. So, and that's not even, I did the math there to actually cover it, because that's not the 60, that's the 70. All right, stay with me. So in all that, I realized that I have to do something in life, in my life, quick. And I feel like that's the majority of you. That's yourself, right? Even if you want to go to the next level, like myself, I want to always go to the next level, and you have to do something. And we don't have all the time in the world. At least I don't. I got to get moving as soon as possible. So it's just hitting me that, like, okay, I really have to do something. Like, this is not a game. I've lived enough life already, and I have a wife and daughter, and I'm so focused on helping them and improving them. I want to do so much for my daughter right now, specifically, like get her into good schooling and in certain specialized classes. And the reality set in, and this kind of hurt me deep down. This is her, by the way. Daddy's little girl shirt. That's what it says. It's my girl. Shout out to my pops. I love him too. That just threw me off. But where was I at? So I had to come to the realization that I have to focus on myself. I have to improve myself first. I have to get better at loving myself first. And I'm all about positivity. So you'll have to read in between the lines sometimes with me, because I'll word things in a positive way. Even if it's something I know I'm getting better at, I'm not going to claim the negative anymore. I'm learning how much power our words have. So I'm definitely learning to put myself first, love myself more, care about myself more. And as I grow and develop and master myself, become the best man that I can be, I'll then be in the best position to be able to provide and do the best for my wife and daughter. But it is a process. And the quicker you grasp the process and you get on board and you start moving in the right direction, you'll be all right. As long as you just don't stay lost. I was lost. It's all right. You don't have to be ashamed of it, as long as you get someone in your circle, get a mentor, get someone that you can look up to, get someone that can guide you, that's willing to guide you. There are millions of people in this world, probably way more than that, but I'm just thinking about like where I'm at. But I won't digress. Get the help. Right now, another big obstacle that I'm being faced with is my career. Like I mentioned earlier, I have to make a move. I have to do something. I feel like I'm up against the clock. And my career, I need to make more money. I need to be able to put in 40 hours, 70 hours, 60 hours. If they're only offering 40 hours straight, no overtime, my hourly or my yearly, my salary, I have to increase it. Hence why I'm waiting for God. I'm praying. I'm doing what I need to do. I need to pray more and increase my faith for sure. But I want to make sure my next move is done wisely. I'm right now currently thinking about going into school for tech, for some type of trade, or tech, public speaking, or some type of trade. But the only catch is with the trade that I've learned is they're not paying. It's not worth it in my area. Like I'm not too many dollars away from what an electrician would make in my state, and that's tough. God bless my mother. So grateful. My mother's an amazing woman, because she just flat out asked me, look up how much the electricians make where you're at. And we looked it up, and she was like, oh yeah, no, that's not it, based on the working conditions. And I wouldn't even have thought of that at the time. I'm just thinking about the title. So don't get too caught up in titles. That's another quick little nugget for you. And so the trades don't make too much money. So I'm like, oh, that was a little discouraging, because I was going to go into a trade school to be an electrician, and I would have been taking a pay cut just learning it. But I'm hoping light at the end of the tunnel, it'll be good for me. But it's a lot into it. Long story short, there's a lot of immigration. There's a lot of people willing to do the work for minimum wage. And yeah, I did a video about immigration. It's not 100%. Well, it's on topic with what I just said. But check out that video after this one if you feel the need to. So, other careers that I'm pursuing aside from those, just going all in on myself, doing gig work, and creating and starting up my businesses that I plan to do and have. But I've been thinking, and I wasn't thinking about my vehicle and the wear and tear on it. I just was always in the mindset that, God is and always will take care of me, and this vehicle isn't going to be my last vehicle. That's just how I see it. So, I'm going to take care of what I have while I have it. But I know it comes with an expiration date, so to speak. But I probably need to start living a little more frugal, or start actually being a little wiser, and just take and have a consideration of it. And from that, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm talking a lot. I can talk with the best of them. Know that. It's all right. You can take a break and get you a little bit of a drink. I understand. Get you a little drink. I'm getting into it. I'm not even in my feelings though. I am passionate, but I am doing my best to make sure, like, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you the real. So where was I at? Oh, my vehicle. Taking better care of my vehicle and trying my best to live like frugal. I'm getting better at it if I need to during this season, but my goal is to make the money and to be able to live and obtain and have the best. I'm gonna get to that a little later. Hold on. Oh. That's what I almost forgot to tell you. So from deciding not to put so much wear and tear on my vehicle, right? I'm like, okay, let me try to find a part-time job and maybe get into one of these warehouses, right? See if I can find some part-time warehouse work. Really, I want to start driving a forklift. I want to learn how to drive a forklift and see if I can find some part-time work driving forklift on the weekends, or after my 9 to 5 job. It's got to be somebody willing that just wants a good hard worker that can just trying to get in where he can fit in for some extra work. You happy, I'm happy, but you're not gonna get another 9 to 5 guy. It's definitely gonna be part-time. So that's where I really do appreciate the gig work, and I appreciate and so grateful to be able to work, period. Let me just make this point as well. I'm definitely grateful to be working. What you would look at as a struggle or being in a struggle, I embrace it and I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunities to be able to work. It's all a blessing, and I'm learning to have a different mindset and a perspective, and learning why I'm doing what I'm doing, making a plan with my money. I know eventually things will change because I'm going to be doing things the right way. I'm taking the time to do it right. Like I've told my team leader this story a couple of times, and this goes into myself personally, right? And that is the situation that I'm in, and when it comes to my job, and I always say that I am grateful. I have to remind myself that a lot, because I do remember a time of being so excited to have the position, to be grateful and just so excited about the amount of money that I'd be earning compared to where I came from, the type of work, just everything. I was genuinely happy about it. And what happens is, especially with myself, and this can be you as well, you start to add on the lifestyle. You stop living below your means, if you ever did. I'm not a person to really live below my means. I don't really want to have to. I just believe in and have been, like, I work hard to be able to live the lifestyle that I want to provide and have for my family. I very well know that I can sell everything, keep the job, downsize, move a half hour away out of town, even an hour away. And that's another thing that I was going to touch on, but I don't want to digress off the point, because I know and I'm thinking about potentially relocating. But the only thing is I don't get to keep my job. So as if I need to relocate and have an absolute no that the amount of money that I'm making based on the amount of bills and cost of living, basically, can I live my lifestyle, and then the job is going to pay me enough to have a well enough access extra money. Hopefully I said that in a way that did not confuse you. You might have to go back a little bit, and I know, because I almost got confused, and it's because I wasn't even going to talk about that, but that's also in the cards of what I'm thinking career move wise. But back to where I'm at, my lifestyle. So I had to check and make sure I'm trying not to be all over the place, and follow me, because I have a lot on my mind about this that I want to share with you, and I'm trying to condense it all. So my lifestyle, I know, is not where it needs to be, and I don't want to be a person that lives below my means. I'm a firm believer. I know God wants me to have everything, and I don't mean like everything like literally, but just everything that my heart desires. And I need to be asking and praying for more. You should ask for the most. You should challenge God, and I do. I'm learning to do that, but I will always work hard and strive to have the best and have the most. I don't want to be, and if this is you, this is not to speak down on anyone. If this is what you're doing, I know it's a way a lot of wealthy people do it. I get it. Drive a beater. Wear just a white tee and a black tee, and you just switch up like 3 pairs of pants, and you only have 2 pairs of shoes. And yeah, you will live very frugal, live below your means, going to the food markets, just doing all that. And I'm talking, you're a billionaire, and you're doing these things. There are those type of wealthy people and those type of people that are on their way, and doing all right in life and not paycheck to paycheck, potentially because they're doing those things. But the path that I'm on isn't that, respectfully. I want to live a decent, if not just milk and honey. That's the type of lifestyle that I'm chasing and achieving. And no, it's not easy. There'll be good seasons and bad seasons, but I trust in God, and I'm learning to believe more in God and follow God. And I'm hoping that I don't have to go the frugal route, and I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing and know what I want and strive for nothing but the best, not any of the less, for myself and my family. And I hope that you continue to move forward, keep on the grind, do what you have to do. There's multiple paths and options in this life. Everyone's different, but just do what makes you happy and that makes sense for you. And always know and understand that I really do appreciate you.